Hello, dear friends. How are you today?
Hello, hello,
Hello.
fine.
So today's topic is about lies, and I'm going to start with Leslie. Leslie, have you ever lied, and what consequence have you had for that lie?
Well, I think that uh, every person has lied at least one in their life, right? There is like kind of common. But in this moment, I think that one maybe common question or sorry, lie for me is when maybe somebody asks me to go out or something like that. I am like, I am really busy or I have something to do or things like those. But actually, it's that maybe I don't feel well with myself or I don't feel comfortable walking around or something like that. So I think that that could be a lie. And I think that it has really, really bad consequences because we are lying and the lies sometimes hurt people who is around us, right? Even if there is not a big lie, even if it is not a bad lie or something like that, people are always asking like, but why that person has the necessity to lie to me, right? So I think that yes, that when we are lying we are hurting people even when we don't want to do that, even when we don't mean that. So that is why it's important like to be clear and tell, well, maybe I don't feel good today or I don't have enough money or something like those. And people is not going, oh sorry, people are not going to feel hurt, right? So I think that that is the word consequence that we can hurt people around us.
Okay, thank you.
And now I would like to give the question to my partner, Nisa. Nisa, what do you think about lies? Have you ever lied? Tell me everything about that.
Yes, I have. When I was a child, I like to lie most, and uh, sometimes lie without need. As a consequence, my father beats me, and sometimes he left me eating. It let me he let me go out, go out, go out to play. Once I had to lie, I had to lie to help my friend. Uh, she she traveling, no, she travel in another country and she called me and say, my friend, please help me. And I called your parents, your parents, I called your parents, and I said, hello, daughter, she daughter, staying with me, and something like that. Amelia, have you ever, have you ever lied? And what consequence have you had for lying?
Yeah, nice. Okay, when I was a child, I liked that I had a headache, so I couldn't go to school. The consequence was that my parents punished me. Hi, Eunice. Had you ever lied? What consequences has you had for lying?
Hello, Amelia. Yes, I have lied because sometimes I don't want hurt to people or to say myself. And the consequence of this is that people begin to distrust me, and that part hurts and so hard. Lady, have you ever lied? What consequence have you had for lying?
In Hi. Yes.
When I was a little, I said that my younger sister had broken the fronts of my parents' wedding photo, so they will have hit me, I mean, hit me. My mother realized that I, I, I told her lies, lies, and give me file. It's no good. Is is no good. Ay, excuse me. It's not good to tell lies. Vivian, have you ever lied? What consequence have you had for lie? For lie?
Okay, I don't want to answer. Yes, of course. When I was younger, I had a boyfriend, and and he was really bad at me. He used to shout at me, and he used to do bad things. So I decided to break up with him. So, but we were living together. I wasn't a Christian. I wasn't Christian. So we lived together for some time, and my mother told me like, why are you living with him? Everybody told me like, what are you doing with him? He's a bad guy. He's not good for you, and so on. So I decided to break up with him, and after some time, I came back with him. But I was seeing him hiding myself from my mother because I didn't want to be caught by her, by my mother. So some friend of my mother told her that she saw me with my ex going out together. And my mother realized that I was going out with him again, and she told me like, you are punished now. You don't have my support, my financial support. You are going to study by yourself. I'm not going to give you nothing, anything else. So that was my consequence. And after all, I left him. So, ta-da, this is my story. This is my story. But now I'm happy. I'm married. So thank you.
Okay. Hi, Daniel.
Hello,
How are you?
I'm fine. How about you?
Good. Daniel, I had a question for you. The question is, had you ever lied? What consequences had you had for lie?
I have lied. I remember when I was a teenager, every afternoon I had a task. I had to read a book chapter and then summarize it. And one day, one day my father uh, came home and I told him I had read the book chapter and summarized it. My father never checked it, but that day he checked it out, and he found out everything. I was like, um, my father discovered my lie, and he told me, hey, you couldn't use the computer, you couldn't use the PlayStation, you couldn't watch animes. Man, that was too much. I thought my father was pulling my leg, but no, that was real. I was I was punished for telling lies. And that's my experience. I was punished like I remember 2 or 3 days. That was horrible.
Thank you, Daniel, for your participation.
For you.
Bye.
Bye.